Colombia, 1989. A country known for its rich culture, stunning landscapes, and a history that is as vibrant as it is tumultuous. But beneath the surface of this beautiful nation lies a story of power, corruption, and a man who would become one of the most infamous figures in modern history. A land of vibrant colors and dark secrets. The streets of Colombia, bustling with life, hide the shadows of a darker underworld. An underworld ruled by a man whose influence and reach extended far beyond the borders of his homeland. Deep in the heart of this country, a king reigns. Not a king of castles and crowns, but of cocaine. His empire was not built on the foundations of nobility or tradition, but on the illicit trade of a white powder that would come to dominate the global drug market. Not a king of castles and crowns, but of cocaine. His name became synonymous with the drug itself, a symbol of both fear and fascination. The man behind this empire was none other than Pablo Escobar. His name whispers on the wind, striking fear and admiration. Pablo Escobar, a man whose very presence could command respect and instill terror. His rise to power was as swift as it was brutal, leaving a trail of violence and corruption in his wake. Escobar, the name synonymous with power, wealth unimaginable, and ruthless brutality. His wealth was so vast that it was said he spent thousands of dollars on rubber bands just to hold his money together. Yet, his fortune came at a great cost, paid in blood and suffering. His empire, built on a foundation of cocaine, stretched across continents, leaving its mark on the world stage. From the jungles of Colombia to the streets of Miami, his influence was felt far and wide. The routes of his drug trade were intricate and far-reaching, a testament to his cunning and ambition. But how did a boy from humble beginnings rise to become the world's most notorious drug lord? Born in Rio Negro, Colombia, Escobar's early life was marked by poverty and a relentless drive to escape it. His journey from a small-time criminal to the head of a multi-billion-dollar cartel is a story of ambition, ruthlessness, and a relentless pursuit of power. The answer, like the man himself, is complex and shrouded in a darkness only now beginning to lift. Through a combination of charisma, brutality, and strategic alliances, Escobar built an empire that would challenge governments and reshape the global drug trade. His legacy is a testament to the lengths one man will go to achieve power, and the devastating impact that can have on a nation and the world. Our story begins in the rural Abura Valley Meadowland. This picturesque valley, with its lush greenery and vibrant landscapes, was home to a community that thrived on simplicity and hard work. The valley was a place where the beauty of nature met the harsh realities of life. Here, amidst the rolling green hills, young Pablo was born. His birth was a moment of joy for his family, a beacon of hope in a world that often seemed unforgiving. The hills, with their serene beauty, stood in stark contrast to the struggles that lay ahead for the young boy. Life was simple, but not easy. The villagers worked tirelessly, their days filled with labor and their nights with dreams of a better future. Children played in the fields, their laughter a temporary escape from the hardships that awaited them as they grew older. Poverty was his companion, shaping his worldview. It was a constant presence, a shadow that loomed over every aspect of life in the valley. For Pablo, it was both a challenge and a motivator, pushing him to seek a way out of the cycle of deprivation. From a tender age, Pablo displayed a sharp mind and even sharper ambition. His eyes, bright with curiosity and determination, saw beyond the immediate struggles. He was a quick learner, always eager to absorb new knowledge and skills that could help him rise above his circumstances. He yearned for more than the poverty surrounding him. He craved power, respect. The city, with its towering buildings and bustling streets, called to him. It represented a world of opportunities, a stark contrast to the limited prospects of the valley. But the path to achieving these desires was unclear. The crossroads of life presented him with choices, each fraught with its own set of risks and rewards. Uncertainty was a constant companion, but so was his unwavering resolve to carve out a better future. He dabbled in petty crime, a small-town hustler with big dreams. These early ventures into the world of crime were driven by necessity and ambition. They were the first steps on a path that would lead him far from the simple life of the valley. Little did anyone know, this ambitious boy would soon rise to become a legend, albeit a dark one. His journey from the valley to the heights of power would be marked by both triumph and tragedy, a testament to the complex interplay of ambition, opportunity, and fate. The 1970s saw the rise of cocaine demand in the United States. Pablo, ever the opportunist, saw a chance to build his empire. He started small, smuggling cocaine paste from Bolivia and Peru. His charisma and ruthlessness proved effective tools. He united local smugglers, forming the infamous Medellin cartel. The cartel, under Pablo's leadership, became a well-oiled machine, flooding the U.S. market with cocaine. Money, once a distant dream, flowed like water. Pablo had climbed the ladder, but at a terrible cost. Escobar's reign was not built on charisma alone. He ruled with an iron fist, enforcing his will through plata o plomo, silver or lead. Either accept his bribe or face the consequences, often fatal. Judges, journalists, politicians, anyone who dared oppose him met a grim end. Fear became his most potent weapon, silencing dissent and solidifying his grip on power. The world watched in horror as the body count rose, a stark testament to the darkness consuming Colombia. Despite the bloodshed, a strange phenomenon emerged. In the impoverished neighborhoods of Medellin, Pablo was hailed as a hero. He built houses, schools, even hospitals, earning the moniker Robin Hood. He understood the plight of the poor, using his ill-gotten wealth to gain their loyalty. But was it genuine altruism, or a calculated move to secure his power base? The lines between good and evil blurred. The world grappled with this contradiction, a ruthless drug lord masquerading as a savior. Section 6. The law closes in. Pablo's reign of terror could not last forever. The Colombian government, under pressure from the United States, launched an offensive against the cartel. The DEA, relentless in their pursuit, closed in on Escobar's empire. The once untouchable kingpin was now a fugitive, his empire crumbling around him. He responded with terror, unleashing a wave of bombings and assassinations, plunging Colombia deeper into chaos. But even a king can fall. Section 7. The walls crumble. As the net tightened, Pablo's world shrank. His closest allies, fearing for their lives, turned against him. The DEA, aided by Colombian authorities, tracked his every move. He was no longer the invincible kingpin but a desperate man, clinging to the remnants of his empire. His family, his weakness, became his only solace in this time of crisis. The walls were closing in, and the once mighty kingpin was running out of options. Section 8. Escobar's Last Stand. On December 2, 1993, the hunt for Pablo Escobar reached its climax. Tracked to a rooftop in Medellin, he made his last stand. Gunfire erupted, piercing the silence of the city. The king of cocaine, the man who once held a nation in his grip, lay dead amongst the spent cartridges. His death, a violent end to a violent life, sent shockwaves across the world. But was it truly over? Section 9. The Legacy of the Kingpin. Pablo Escobar's death marked the end of an era. The infamous drug lord, who once held Colombia in a grip of fear and fascination, met his demise on a rooftop in Medellin. His death was not just the fall of a man, but the collapse of an empire that had thrived on the illicit trade of cocaine. For years, Escobar had been a symbol of both terror and twisted generosity, a man who built schools and hospitals even as he orchestrated bombings and assassinations. His empire, built on cocaine and terror, crumbled into dust. The vast network of corruption and violence that he had meticulously constructed began to unravel. The once mighty Medellin cartel, which had controlled a significant portion of the global cocaine market, was now in disarray. The power vacuum left by his death led to further bloodshed as rival factions vied for control. The streets of Colombia, once ruled by Escobar's iron fist, became battlegrounds for new and emerging drug lords. But his legacy, a complex tapestry of violence, corruption, and unexpected generosity, continues to haunt Colombia. Escobar's influence extended beyond his death, leaving a lasting impact on the country's social and political landscape. In Medellin, murals and stories of Escobar paint a picture of a man who was both revered and reviled. His actions have left an indelible mark on the collective memory of the nation, a reminder of the duality of his nature. His story serves as a cautionary tale, a reminder of the seductive nature of power and the devastating consequences of greed. Escobar's rise to power was fueled by his insatiable desire for wealth and control, a desire that ultimately led to his downfall. His life is a stark illustration of how unchecked ambition can lead to destruction, not just for the individual but for entire communities and nations. The allure of quick riches and the promise of power can be tempting, but they come with a heavy price. The king of cocaine is dead, but the scars he left on Colombia run deep, a stark reminder of the cost of the drug war. The violence and corruption that characterized Escobar's reign have left lasting wounds on the country. The social fabric of Colombia was torn apart by the drug trade, and the repercussions are still felt today. The legacy of Pablo Escobar is a testament to the enduring impact of one man's actions on an entire nation, a legacy that continues to shape Colombia's future.